Dropping this Saturday, Jordan Brand has given us the Air Jordan 14 Laney with a retail price tag of $210. Now, this is the very first time that this colorway is actually being released in the regular Air Jordan 14 form. It did release back in 1999 as a Jordan 14 low, but we haven't seen it done like this up until right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if this sneaker sells out really, really fast, or maybe it sits around for a little bit. But in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my take on this release, and then towards the end of the video, I'll give you some resale predictions. You know, when I think about the Air Jordan 14 and basically the releases that we've gotten over the past couple of years, I've kind of felt like they really haven't released that many of them. And when they have, like, they just really haven't been that great, right? Like, the last one that I was really excited about was the Air Jordan 14 Toros, and I believe those came out back in 2020. So it's been like 3 years since I've really gotten excited about it. Now, I do like the Air Jordan 14. It's one of the ones that I really like. I feel like they're very comfortable and they're very wearable. But for the most part, not everybody's like a fan of the silhouette or anything like that, and I think it takes a great colorway to get people to come around and actually want to pick up an Air Jordan 14. Now, when it comes to this Laney colorway, this originally came out back in 1999 in the low form. And I know a couple of people that actually had the 1999 version, and it's sort of like a classic to them. And I asked both people that I know that definitely had that sneaker this week if they were interested in picking up, you know, the regular Air Jordan 14 mids in the Laney colorway when it drops on Saturday. And both of them told me that they're passing on it. They said that basically, like, if they came out with the Air Jordan 14 lows again, they would be more interested in picking these up, which kind of shocked me a little bit because, I don't know, I guess you would think that, you know, getting them in the Air Jordan 14 mid style would be more appealing than, let's say, the lows. Personally, I'm not really a fan of the 14 lows, but, you know, they said that they were passing on it. But I'm hearing that these are basically going to be kind of limited, like there's not really going to be a whole bunch of pairs. If you look at the Air Jordan 6 Toros that's just released, there was a whole bunch of pairs of those, like 250,000 pairs just in the men's sizes alone, which I kind of felt like there was going to be a lot of pairs of those because they pushed up the release date basically like a month, so I kind of figured like those were going to be very, very hefty. But what I'm hearing as far as like stock numbers, like these are going to be very limited when they drop on Saturday, so I do think that they're going to sell out. But you never really know what Jordan Brand's going to do. You never really know what the stock numbers are going to be until the actual release day. I did see a couple of people hit on like Hibbett Sports and JD and Finish Line exclusive access, so there is pairs out there. You know, I feel like if you really want to pick this sneaker up, you'll be able to obtain it on release day. The Air Jordan 14 is not everybody's cup of tea, but this colorway is pretty fire in my personal opinion. And basically, guys, if you look like ahead to like what's dropping in June, there's really not that much like coming out that's going to interest like a lot of you guys. So I kind of feel like this is like the last best release kind of for a little while. June looks just kind of dry, so you know, if you maybe just haven't picked up like a whole bunch of sneakers so far this year, and maybe you're on the fence about this Air Jordan 14 Laney, this is a nice colorway, decent materials, and this is probably going to be like the next best last release that we're seeing for quite a while. Now, when I originally saw these dropping on the release calendar, I did kind of circle them as like a cop, right? I'm not saying it's a must cop for me. I'm kind of undecided on if I want to pick them up or not, just because there is going to be a lot of heat coming up here in the summer months. You know, July has some releases that I want, August, September, October, November, holiday time. There's like a million releases coming out, so some of these releases that I want, I've sort of just been passing on here and there. I'm picking up some of them, but I'm passing on some other ones just because I know towards the end of the year, I'm going to be spending a good amount of money on a bunch of shoes that are coming out that I feel are must cops more so than, let's say, these Air Jordan 14 Laneys. I'm not saying I'm not going to pick them up. I might go ahead and pick them up on release day. You know, I'm sort of on the fence right now, but you know, who knows, whenever they drop, I wouldn't mind having them in my personal collection. Now, when you look at the resale market for this Jordan 14, they're not really reselling for a whole bunch of crazy money or anything like that right before the release. It kind of feels like it's like a $230 to maybe $260 shoe. And basically, you know, once the sneaker releases, I kind of feel like they may go up $10 and maybe go down $10. That's sort of like where the buffer is for these. I don't think that they're going to be reselling for a whole bunch of crazy money or anything like that. I would say maybe in the long run, you know, maybe $275 to $300 is sort of like where these are going to cap out at maybe in the next 12 to 18 months or so. If you take an L on release day, I think you'll be able to pick them up, you know, for a fairly cheap resale price. Retail is $210, so keep that in mind. So, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, maybe $250 or so average across all sizes, you know, after it's all said and done after the release and people start getting them in hand and they throw them up on the apps and stuff like that. But I'm not saying that this is a must cop. It is a nice, you know, colorway and things like that. If you like Air Jordan 14s, they really don't release that many of them. So, you know, if you want to pick one up, like, this is your chance, because I don't think another one's coming out until, I think holiday 2023 is the next time we're getting another Air Jordan 14, and after that, who knows? So they don't really release that many Air Jordan 14s, and when they do, it's like, you know, an Air Jordan 14 low, it's like a women's exclusive and stuff like that. So to get a nice looking, like, regular Air Jordan 14, you know, I think this one right here would make a nice addition to your collection if you want to get it for the toe or for the personal or something like that. But I don't think it's like the greatest investment or anything like that, but I do think it's worth a cop. But let me know down in the comments section how you feel about the Air Jordan 14 Laney. When it drops this weekend, will you be going after it, or are you passing on the sneaker altogether? Other than that, I'm on that road to 10,000 subscribers. So if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. You know, every like counts, every subscribe counts, every comment counts, guys, to get us to 10,000. We're like 1,500 or so away. So I appreciate all the continued support that you guys always show me. I love you. I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next video. I'm out. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.